Speaking freedom. Speaking freedom. Giving you the answers to be free. Be free. Be free. 'Cause we're speaking freedom.
Taking our, get to know one another, the champagne and the drugs would be brought up, and then he would stroll in and see us having fun, and he would say, well, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family.
So, I'm watching this Secrets of Playboy, aka Surviving Hugh Hefner, and I have so many mixed feelings. I'm only into episode 5. So, the girl that he was with, I don't even know her name, is on here describing how she met him, and then eventually it came around to where he was asking her to pick out other women because he said he wanted to be with more than one woman, and he wanted to live that lifestyle openly. So now she's on here talking about how it started and how she wouldn't sleep with no other women for a very long time. And then one day she was like, okay, well, I'll do it this once. And if I like it, then if I don't like it, then don't ever ask me to do it again. Leading to the fact that evidently she must have liked it somewhat or another and kept doing it. So now she on here talking about how she feel like she was manipulated. She was young. She didn't know what she was doing. She wasn't really happy doing it. She didn't like it, but she kept doing it. Like, I don't like this. And the reason why I don't like it, one, because Hugh is dead and gone. Don't get on here trying to act like he just manipulated your motherfucking ass after he dead now. You wasn't saying that shit before he died. Now you can, make the story look like however the fuck you want to make the story look like in order to make yourself look like a victim when you were a willing, happily receiving participant. At any point, you could have said no. At any point, you could have said, you know what, Hugh, I don't really want to do this anymore. I'm going to go back home. Take your ass home. You don't want to leave that lifestyle, but you act like you didn't want to live the lifestyle that you did over and over and over again for years. This wasn't like, like you chose to be his woman and to continue to be with him after the fact. That's the shit that kind of pissed me off. So, I always call myself the female Hugh. And I really, truly, and honestly want to have a sort of a bunny ranch, Playboy mansion type of thing. And in this place that I have, I want it to be where people are sexually and spiritually free. I want people to be able to do yoga, worship God, and involve their sexuality and sexual nature along with that. I believe that sex is a part of the spiritual process and spirituality and being able to be free. Like, the way we cover ourselves up is kind of like, well, when God said, well, who told you was naked? Like, why are you ashamed of how I created you and who I told you to be? And now you're going to cover yourself up. Now you're ashamed of who you are. Now you're ashamed of your natural body. Now you're ashamed of your natural energy and your natural sexuality. And that's what it seems like to me. And it's just so crazy. OMG. Because I really want to have this type of establishment. But this is what I'm learning from watching this and, reflecting on all the things I said about everybody, that eventually women can change their mind at any time and say, well, I said it was okay, but I didn't really like it. Like, nigga, if you said it was okay, then you must have motherfucking liked it. I have never personally been in a situation to where I said I didn't like something, but I continued to fucking do it. It's just like the same way, the same lady talking about when they offered her cocaine. She was like, what? Cocaine? Yeah, let's try it. Like, bitch, I ain't never wanted to be like, oh, yeah, I want to try something. No, bitch. Oh, y'all doing that? Well, I'm going to head on out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've avoided, and maybe that's what makes me an experience with so many different things sexually. I've never had a threesome. I've never been with a woman. So many things that I've never done as an adult that it's because I will always, like, as soon as things start going in a way that I don't feel comfortable or that I've been told was inappropriate, I will go the other motherfucking direction. I'm not staying there up in that shit. But I want to create this place and this space and this, like a resort style facility. I want it to be big. I want to have like 1,000, 100,000 acres, and it's like you can have houses on one part. I want you to have like a resort style, facility on another part. I want to have like, where you have a grocery store in that bitch, like everything. It's all us. It's all me. Like, and I want it to be where literally you can be spiritually free, you can be sexually free. That means that whatever it is that you're into, nobody's going to judge you. Nobody's going to be talking bad about you. But I don't want it to be like what is described in all of these narratives in which people feel like they were drugged. And you can't stop people from taking drugs or having drugs, no matter how much you try to keep a place locked down and sweep for drugs. Even in the prisons, they got drugs. Even in the prisons, they got shit that they ain't supposed to goddamn have. So it's kind of hard to avoid certain things. But what I don't like is that people be willing participants. Like, if you come, and maybe this is where the NDA and, different type of agreements have to be put in writing to say, when you come in here, that anything goes as long as you're not raping nobody, as long as you're not hurting nobody, as long as you're not, like some principled things. However, at any time you cannot, at any time you want to leave, you can leave, but you will not ever say that you were forced to do anything in here. You felt manipulated to do anything. This is what it is walking the fuck in. This is what it's going to be walking the fuck out. And at any given time, leave if you don't want to be here. Don't do shit that you don't want to do. And then you come back later, 20, 30 fucking years later, talking about, well, they forced me. Bitch, ain't nobody forced your motherfucking ass. You told him that if you liked it, you would do it. Guess what? You keep doing it. And then I don't want to make it seem like I'm victim shaming, but I don't see a victim in a lot of these cases, even with R. Kelly. If you are a willing participant, if you go looking for a good time, and that good time turned into something that you didn't plan on because you didn't really know the person that you was looking for a good time with, that is you putting yourself in a situation. I'm not saying that you should be killed. I'm not saying that you should be drugged. But once you go somewhere. I'm going to put this on me. If I go somewhere and somebody want me to do something strange for a little piece of change, I tell this story all the time. I went over to this guy's house back in like 2004. I had went to Visions. After Visions, BMF and their whole little clique was out. And it was people. It wasn't just BMF. It was a whole lot of people. So some nigga in some dreads. I ain't never really liked dreads, but for whatever, I was like, okay, I'll give him, like, I was with some other people, and they like, So I gave this nigga my number, and he was like, I texted him a couple times. He was like, come see me. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go see you. Me and my homegirl went to go see the nigga, went over there. It was money, shit all on the table. You know what I'm saying? You know how niggas be. So we in there, and he like, bend over and shake your ass for me. And I was thinking like, nigga, and not thinking, I was like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because that is not me. I don't know you. And then for me, that wasn't just my nature. That wasn't like the type of person I am, where I come from. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just wasn't. He was like, well, if you knew better, you'd do better. I think we might have stayed and smoked a little blunt or something. And then we left. And I never heard from him again. And maybe if I knew better, I would have did better. But that wasn't what I felt was better. So, like, at any time when I felt like something was something that I did not want to do, I would not do it. And if it meant that the nigga wasn't going to fuck with me no more, then guess what? I'm not going to fuck with you. But then if there's a time, like I now, currently, as a life coach, a love coach, a sex coach, and all that other shit that I am, or I'm titled to be. I talk about being poly. I talk about when I get married again, I want to try shit that I never tried before. I might want to be with see what it's like to experience with another woman intimately. But I'm not going to say, you know what, well, they manipulated me. No, you got to do shit that you want to do. When I lost my virginity at damn 15, it was because I had made a conscious decision. I've been listening to motherfuckers fuck all my goddamn life. So I made a conscious decision to say, you know what? I want to have sex. We're going to do this. You know what I'm saying? And I did it when I was ready to do it. I've never felt like I was pressured to do anything that I was not ready to do. I've never been the peer pressure type of person. The most a motherfucker can goddamn geek me up to do is probably fight a motherfucker that I don't like. And even then, like, I'm too grown for that. I was never that, like, type person. Like, I don't know. It just frustrates me that women, it seems as though women can change their story at any point, and like they could say yes to something or like something, and then at any time they can say, well, I didn't really want it. I said I didn't want, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, damn, why would you continue to go back? Like, why would you continue to stay in a thing, a place, a space freshly if you don't like it? Like, if you meet somebody and they offer you $1 million and say, you got to let me fuck you with 3 other niggas, if you take the $1 million and say, okay, you cannot come back 10 years from now and be like, well, they gave me $1 million and I just felt pressured to take the $1 million and get fucked by 3 niggas and him. Like, no, that's unfair because you agreed to it at the time, and then you saying like, well, now you didn't change your mind. Now you think about it, and now other people make you feel bad about it. Now you feel like it's wrong. But when you was doing it, you didn't feel like it was wrong. When you was loving it, you didn't feel like it was wrong. When you was participating in it, when you was like, if I get a guy and he like, well, go pick women out for me. If I don't want to do it, I'm not doing it. But if I start picking out bitches that I like and he just so happen to like them and I keep doing it, or bitches that he like because he know what I like, and then we keep doing it, that's an indication that at some point I'm okay with it. At some point I am saying this is okay. This is the lifestyle that I'm okay with because I keep picking out women, or I keep going to do it. At any point I can say, you know what, I'm not comfortable with this. I don't want to do this. Let's rethink this. But if I say, ooh, she's cute, babe, let's go get her, and then I take her to the room and I let her start eating my coochie, and then I be fondling her breasts and playing with her coochie, then guess what? If I do that 30 times, ain't nobody forcing me to keep doing that. If it's no gun to my motherfucking head, I'm doing that because the fuck I want to goddamn do that. And I just don't, listen, I've never been a liar. If anything, I tell the truth too much. I don't know when or how not to be honest. And that's what people have a problem with me mostly. But I would rather be somebody that is believable because you know I don't lie than somebody that changes their mind when it's convenient for them, because that is a lie. I hate that. I hate liars all up and through. I don't think that there's just a little white lie. I don't think that there's, you know what I'm saying? I think that either it's the truth or it's not the truth. Now, truth can change. Something that was true in that moment cannot be true later on. Like, it was true at that point, I liked it. And then at a later time, I didn't like it anymore. But don't say, well, I didn't like it then either. I was just doing it because I was asked to do it. Well, why would you do something just because somebody asked you? You are not that naive to where you don't think that you can tell somebody that you don't like it or you don't want to do it. You didn't say yes at first. You said yes on down the line. Listen, And sometimes I don't like saying certain stuff because if a person see me out with some girls, or I mean not girls, with other women, and if they see me out with other women or with men, then I don't like for people to almost assume or automatically think that it got to be something sexual or got to be something extra going on. But I'm just saying, like, listen, if I'm gonna do it, I'm not gonna change my mind and next, you know what I'm saying, 10 years down the line be like, nah, I didn't do it because I was being manipulated to do it. No, after I've done it enough times, I wasn't manipulated. Now, you may be misled into why you're doing something initially and do it up under false pretenses. But when somebody is telling you this is what the fuck it is, then goddamn, don't try to act like they nobody tell you what it was. He told you what it was. You agreed to it. And now you goddamn got to live with the fact that that was a decision that you made. You made that decision because at that time, that was the decision that you wanted to make. You could have said no. You could have kept saying no. But that's probably why he wanted other bitches, because your ass was saying no to so many things that other bitches ain't never even have to say no to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying. But I don't like this, and it makes me want to, I don't know how to rethink the things that I want to do, because, you know, like everybody that has a non-traditional lifestyle, they are accused of things, and people that don't live that lifestyle that's more traditional, they look at them crazy and automatically believe the worst, because you're thinking, oh, well, you know, I think that that's bad or weird, or I don't like that, so nobody else should be allowed to do it. No, I should be able to have as many motherfucking people in my bed as I want to, how I want to, when I want to, especially if I'm married and my spouse is along with it, because the Bible says that the marriage bed is undefiled. That means that when I get married, if me and my husband want to have a motherfucking orgy, goddamn, then we can have a goddamn orgy. And God is not going to look at us and say, well, oh, curse y'all. No, even if we had one, you know what I'm saying? God is still a forgiving God. Like, if I want to experience something that makes you uncomfortable, then sit your ass over there and don't experience it. Let me do what I want to do. But also, if you going to experience something that I don't like, I'm not going to judge you. I'm only going to judge you if you come back and be like, well, I kept doing it, but I didn't. They forced me. They made me feel like I had to. I didn't really want to. Well, why the fuck didn't you come out here and tell me that you didn't want to do it? We could have left up out this bitch. I've had so many people to stop fucking with me, like being my friend, because they would be on some wild shit. Niggas call them up, they know they about to fuck, and I'd be like, shit, I'm the prude in the group, goddamn, I ain't fucking shit. I don't even know you niggas. I'm only here because my homegirl said y'all was gonna have some fun and smoke some goddamn weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I guess it's just maybe me, my personality, because I've never been that gullible to do certain things. It was only one or two times that I'd be like, man, I felt like I was misled. But misled and making a decision off of misinformation is totally different than saying that somebody took advantage of you and forced you. They didn't force you if you kept doing it willingly. I wasn't forced to do anything that I felt like I was misled into, because once I found the light, goddamn, I either continued or did not. It's like, a lot of times, and it's so funny, Valentine's Day just passed, and on, you know, Valentine's Day, people talk shit like this, sad bitches get what's the name afterwards. Like, nigga, if somebody tell me that I am an additional person to their life and they married or whatever, and I choose to stay with them, I don't give a fuck when they see me after, before, whatever, because guess what? I have chosen. Now, if somebody don't tell me, and I have no idea, and I don't know what's going on, and I'm out here looking stupid, not knowing what's going on, that's totally different than being fully knowledgeable of what's going on. And those people, like, when I got divorced and the guy that I was messing with was pending separation, I didn't give a fuck. Most of the time we fucked and did what we was gonna do before the holiday, like it was never after. I was never on the back burner. I was always beforehand, and then whatever he was doing afterwards, I didn't give a fuck because I didn't get mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, there's a misconception about a lot of things, but a lot of times the misconception is people people recreate stories to fit their narrative instead of sticking with the truth. And then when the truth prevails, it makes everybody look at things in question. This is why a lot of people have trust issues, because you might trust somebody to either, like, just imagine trusting somebody to come into your house and then they violate that trust. Or imagine trusting somebody to your body and then they violate your trust and do something that you don't want. Like, there is a range of things, but when you're consciously awake and saying, yes, this is okay, and you participate in things willingly, consecutively, for a long period of time, I believe that it is a travesty and a tragedy for someone to try to change the narrative and make it seem like you did it for many years because somebody else told you to do it. Nah, boo. If you come over here to what I'm going to have built, then, we're going to have to make you sign some papers, because you ain't going to try to flip it on us like you didn't do this shit because your ass came here seeking to do this. This is what we do here. If you come over here and you fucking with us, this is what we going to do. Now, if you don't want to do these things, then don't come over here fucking with us. But don't try to flip it later when it's convenient for you, when somebody try to judge you and you be like, well, I didn't know. You knew. You knew and you signed up for it. And you signed up for it and then you came back and then you kept coming back. And then you decided to take advantage of the opportunity and do whatever you was going to do with the opportunity. You right here now because you had the opportunity. So don't even come over here with that nonsense that somebody made you do something. And I'm telling you right at the gate that this is what we're doing. This is what we're into. This is what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come up here with that, you know what I'm saying? Because people will, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching this, and it's like, that I don't like these because it makes it seem like I'm victim shaming, and I'm not, when the person is a willing participant. I don't think you can be a victim. Bye. Love you. Speaking Freedom presents Good Head Group, providing advanced spiritual studies and personal developmental insight. Brought to you by Love Gang and Speaking Freedom. We look forward to helping you grow in all the areas of your life. We hope that you find all the information needed for your growth. God bless. Please listen to all disclaimers provided. If you are currently under physician's care, please maintain that relationship. This is not intended to stop your current treatment plan. If you need physician care, please seek out medical attention. Please note, all results are based on the individual's ability to adapt and adjust to any given environment and situation. We are not responsible for your results at Speaking Freedom. The life enhancement coaches at Speaking Freedom provide information to help you grow. You are responsible for maintaining that growth, taking on and then applying the information to your individual life as you deem needed and necessary. This may contain and explain explicit content. Please use parental discretion. For best results, you will need an open mind, the ability to research, and a balanced lifestyle.
Please join us daily for your inspiration and motivation.
We have the entire world to offer you at your fingertips. Your life enhancement coaching specialist. Thank you for choosing us to assist you in accomplishing your personal and professional goals. And have a beautiful day. In love, we trust. This is brought to you by Good Head Group, Love Gang, and Speaking Freedom. We thank God for you, and we love you.